Hi everyone, this is Cody Smith. Welcome to my channel, Cody Smith, Peer Support with Christ. I just want to let everyone know I'm working on my book. I'm starting chapter 3, getting into my childhood and everything. And I also want to let everyone know that I'm going to try to go into detail as much as possible. I'm also going to give you the attributes of what makes a human. That comes from a Psychology Today article called The 10 Unusual Traits that of humanity that humans share. And that is going to be kind of the basis of what we're talking about because our disabilities do not affect our humanity and do not change it or lessen it, as I've said before. But I'm also going to let you know how, as I've said before, my disability affects the way I do things. I have to find my own methods of doing it that work for me, but that's about it. It doesn't mean I'm less human or less worthy of anything that humans are innately given by society just for being human. Neither is anybody else, for that matter, and I feel we all deserve our independence, our freedom, and the right to choose what we do and how we do it because we all have free will and we all deserve to have, whatever accommodations we may need to help us get through day to day life, whether it be the assistance of another person or some sort of assisted device that we can use on our own to, you know, accommodate our weaknesses because every human being has their own strengths and weaknesses. That's just part of being human. And no one should be, belittled or ostracized because of it. And unfortunately, based on, you know, just the historical point of view, people with disabilities especially have been treated as like sideshow attractions at fairs and have been, you know, paid less than minimum wage and things like that throughout history and even been, you know, openly murdered as newborns because of our disabilities throughout history, like in the Greco Roman period and even during the Holocaust and things like that. And yes, we've made some good strides, like the introduction of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which spells out legally what a disability is and what qualifies and what discrimination against someone with a disability is and what qualifies as that. But we still have a long way to go because people with disabilities are still looked down upon in society, and we have such ingrained stereotypes and myths about people with disabilities that everyone just seems to automatically believe those, or if not believe them, they seem to just automatically come to mind whenever you see someone with a disability. And so, you know, you need to take the chance to hear someone out because you never know what they're going through until they tell you, and you never know what the truth is, at least from their perspective, until they tell you. And the same goes for you. They will never know the truth about your situation until you tell them. And you never know. If you do that, then maybe you could figure out a way to help each other out. And that is what I'm ultimately going for with my book and with everything that I'm doing, because I want people with disabilities and literally everybody, not just people with disabilities, but everybody, to have their independence and freedom and be able to go from the life that they have, like the life that they've been born into and given, to the life that they want, no matter what that may be. And hopefully there's something you have that's one of your strengths that you're good at, and you could take that into a career and make something out of it and be independent, self-sufficient, make your own money, be able to take care of yourself, potentially a family, and things like that. And, you can be, safe and sound and, provide your own means and not have to rely on others as much, even though you may have a team surrounding you to help you reach that goal. And you may keep that team after you've reached that goal. The point is just helping you get from, point A to point Z, to where you go from not having anything to having everything you need, and being able to live the life you desire, no matter who you are or what your circumstance is. That is my ultimate goal for everyone, and that is why I'm openly telling you my story as a person with a disability, because I was born with cerebral palsy due to severe bleeding of the brain, and it has severely limited my use of the right side of my body. And, that is why I make these videos, and, I join organizations to help people with disabilities and advocate for people with disabilities, because I want us all to be treated the same. Because when you boil it down, no matter what our personal circumstances is, you know, the fact is, when you boil it down, taking away those personal circumstances that might hinder us, you take those away, we're still fully human and we're still all equal, you know. So we all deserve to be treated that way, and we all deserve to be given the same opportunities that everybody else is given, and the opportunity to use our free will and make our own choices and chart the path that we want to take in order to get from, where we are to where we want to be, even if we have to slightly adjust the way we go down that path due to our personal circumstances. And that is what I want everyone to know. That is why I say this, because I don't care if you have cerebral palsy, if you're autistic, if you have Down syndrome, if you're a person of color, if you're um, a, I don't know, tall, short, fat, thin, in poverty, wealthy, you know, man, woman, I don't care. What I do care about is that you have what you need to accommodate the issues that you're facing, and then you're able to go and use those to fulfill what you've decided in your mind and go down the path that you want to go down. And as you walk down that path, metaphorically speaking, you're able to go and you're able to remove the stumbling blocks and avoid and or get out of the pitfalls while building your team as you go along and giving each person their assigned role. And then as they help you, maybe you can turn around and help them to do the same thing, because that's what peer support is. And that's what I really want for everyone on the face of the planet, so that we're all living the lives we desire and we're all independent and able to take care of ourselves and don't have to rely on any system or anybody else's, at least financial assistance. And that way we could all live the lives that we dream of, and we could all take care of ourselves no matter what. That's what matters to me, and that's what I care about. And that's what I want for everyone, because as equal human beings, we all deserve it. We all at least deserve the chance to try. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you want to know. Any comments, questions, anything you'd like me to make a video on or write in my book, and I will gladly do so. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.